So ask yourself, are you scaring away business because of bad breath? Most people don't know they have bad breath, by the way. You know, someone said to me the other day, how do people not know that their breath stinks? How many of you have been around somebody that smokes and drinks coffee and then comes up and tries to have a conversation with you? They don't know they've got bad breath. I think it's because it's part of them. Bad breath is one of the things that will kill your business because people don't want to be around you. So what is halitosis? It's simply bad breath. Morning breath is something everybody has because you've got all of this stuff in your mouth all night long. But bad breath during the day means that there's a lack of something going on. Why am I going through this, you might ask? Because I want you to be successful. I am not kidding. Even at the last event, folks, I had people come up to me very close to my face and say things, and it was all I could do not to turn around and run away. Halitosis is something you may not know you have. I want to address that today for you, because not only is it scaring away people in your business, it's scaring away people in your personal life as well. Signs you may have halitosis. People back away from you in a conversation. You smoke, you chew, you drink coffee, you take certain drugs. Causes of halitosis: not brushing your teeth regularly, at least 2 times a day. Not flossing regularly. Now you might say, Ruth, I brush my teeth all the time. Great. But if you don't floss, that's where the problem is. It's not on the teeth, it's in between the teeth. I've been an avid flosser. I can't tell you. I'm sure people have seen me driving down the road at stop signs sometimes, and I'll floss. Or I get one of those little dental brushes. I am acutely aware of my breath. And I have done everything in my power to make sure that I don't have bad breath. And if you're eating something that is going to get stuck in your teeth, you want to floss anyway, because ladies, the last thing we want to do is talk to somebody and have a piece of spinach or a popcorn stuck in our teeth or even lipstick on our teeth. Now, ladies, I'm going to speak to you for a second. How many of us all agree we would love for somebody to tell us if we have lipstick on our teeth before we're going to speak to somebody, right? Right. You're being our friend when you're telling us that. Let me tell you, you're being a friend when you tell somebody they've got halitosis. It's a hard subject to talk about. I get it, but it's that important to your business. I want you to all be successful. Not seeing a dentist regularly. Why is this important? When you brush and you floss, it helps. But what most people don't understand is the bottom sides right here on each side of your gums, you have saliva glands. Those saliva glands produce saliva, but they also, that's where a lot of gingivitis starts to set in, and a lot of bacteria sets in. And you can't possibly get all of that, even if you are the best flosser, the best brusher. I mean, I go to the dentist and they hardly, when they clean my teeth, they're like, Ruth, there's really nothing to clean, because I do take very good care of my teeth. But there's still stuff that I can't get that they get. So seeing a dentist regularly will help with bad breath. Smoking. Smokers, I know, I get it, it's a habit. I'm there, I understand. Just be aware of the fact that it gives you really bad breath, especially if you drink coffee as well. And most smokers that I know drink coffee as well. Chewing tobacco. I was recently on a plane. I sat next to a very nice young man. He was in the middle. He chewed tobacco on the plane and spit in a bottle on the plane. I thought the lady next to him was going to pass out. I grew up with this. No big deal to me. But when he would turn and talk to me, I just wanted to jump out of the window because his breath was so bad. Other reasons that you may have halitosis: medical issues, chemotherapy. My daughter has had a battle with bad breath because of the chemotherapy, and they told us that was going to be one of the side effects. And it takes decades to get all of those drugs and detoxes and all kinds of things out of your body. When you have cancer or diabetes and even are on certain medications, it can cause bad breath. So it's not always that bad breath is from a lack of taking care of yourself. My daughter takes very good care of herself, but she still battles with bad breath. Now, we've actually found some things, all natural things, that help with that. And what I'm hoping today is that you're not taking offense to this, but that you're saying, my gosh, Ruth, this is a conversation that nobody has ever had. I don't know if I have bad breath or not, but I need to start attending to my mouth so that I make sure I don't have bad breath. So let's go on. What can you do about your bad breath? Brush and floss at least 2 times daily. I'm a floss addict. I really am. I have floss in my purse. I have floss in my truck. Joel now carries floss with him because he didn't used to floss as much. He saw me flossing. He heard the dentist saying how great my teeth were. And so he thought, oh, this flossing thing must work. It really does, folks. And I will tell you, and again, I'm not here to scare you, but if you're flossing and you pull the floss out and you smell a bad smell, it's a good thing you're flossing. Again, I know this is not a conversation that most people would have with you, but it's that important for you and your business. See your dentist and get your teeth cleaned. I just spoke about this a minute ago. Because of the saliva glands on the bottom side of both jaw, there is no way that you can get all the plaque that builds up there. That's where most of the plaque builds up. And it gets under the gums, and then it causes gingivitis and gum disease and all kinds of things, and you can't get to that. I will tell you one thing that works wonderfully. I've seen so many people have much better dental reports when they use a water pick. Do a test. I dare you. Go buy a water pick, use it, and watch all the stuff that comes out from between your teeth. Then the next day, eat like you normally eat, then just brush your teeth. You think your teeth is clean. You think your mouth is clean. Go back and use a water pick. Look at all the stuff that comes out in the sink from using a water pick. People ask me, family mostly, Mom, how are your dentist appointments so good? I use a water pick at least once a day. I even have a traveling one. If I'm not traveling for long periods of time, I won't take it. But when we go hunting or we go on vacation for weeks at a time, I take my traveling water pick, and I will tell you, it makes a huge difference. You cannot see, feel, or mostly taste the germs that are growing bacteria in between your teeth and under your gums, even just hours after a meal. That's one of the reasons why I think I floss so much, is I want to get that food out from between my teeth so it doesn't start to rot. And that's exactly what it's doing, folks, is it's rotting in your mouth. And that's why you get that bad smell. Use a mouthwash, especially if you have dry mouth. If you have dry mouth, that is a big flag saying you probably have bad breath. Saliva actually helps swish things around and keep things moving and digesting and trying to get it out of your mouth so that you don't have bad breath. If you have dry mouth or another condition that warrants it, mouthwash can be great. There's actually a brand new mouthwash out on the market. I cannot tell you who it's made by right off the top of my head. If you want to ask, I will post it in the Success Club. But they guarantee that it will take away your bad breath for 24 hours. Now, it probably has some chemicals in it. Here's what we do, and here's what my daughter does. Excuse me. Coconut pulling. You use coconut oil, and you just put a little bit in your mouth until it melts, and you swish it around. Now, you cannot spit coconut oil down the sink like you would mouthwash, because coconut oil at above 70 degrees stays liquid, but below 70 degrees gets hard. So you don't want it in your drains. Coconut oil pulling is becoming very, very popular. Number one, it's all natural and it's organic. Number two, coconut oil is an antibacterial and an antimicrobial. So it helps kill all those microbes and the bad breath causing stuff in your mouth. And it really helps treat your gums. And it'll also help with dry mouth. So there's mouthwashes out there you can use. I know some people can't use store-bought mouthwashes because a lot of them have alcohol and other things in them. Coconut oil is a great, great way for you to do an all-natural mouth cleaning. And you can do that 1 or 2 times a day. Now you're probably saying, okay, so if I can't spit it down the sink, what do I do? You just spit it in the garbage can. It's not that much. You just use a teeny tiny little bit, like a half a teaspoon of coconut oil, put it in your mouth, let it melt, because it'll melt because your body temperature is 98.6. And once it's liquid, you just swish it around in your mouth, all over your teeth, in between your teeth, push it through your teeth with your tongue, and then spit it into the garbage can. This is going to help a lot of you, a lot, especially if you're diabetic or you're on other drugs that cause bad breath. Coconut oil is a great, great alternative. Halitosis is actually dangerous. Persistent bad breath or a bad taste in the mouth may be a warning of something very serious, like gum disease. Gum disease comes when you get a bacteria buildup, the toxins of the bad food in the mouth and everything else. This can be very dangerous, folks. Why? Because your mouth is very close to your brain. And it's very easy for something in your mouth like bad teeth, infected gums. It's very easy for it to become septic. And if you become septic, that means it's getting into the blood, and it can cause a lot of problems. And I mean very, very serious health problems. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can, not only to keep your breath fresh, but to keep your health as well. And a lot of people don't think about dental health when they think about health. Yes, yet it's one of the most important. So what do you do about this? Where do we go from here? This is hard for most people to do. Ask someone you love if your breath is bad. Ask someone that cares about you if your breath is bad. Don't be afraid. After all, personally, I would rather know and hear it from somebody I love than to scare a potential business client away. Wouldn't you? Take the steps needed to avoid halitosis. Always remember to brush, floss, and water pick daily. I'm telling you, you folks will get addicted to water pick. Anybody out there already using it? It's my favorite thing to do. I love it. I know I'm a little bit different, but I really enjoy making sure that my mouth is clean. See a dentist twice a year or at their recommendation for you. You know, most dentists will say we need to see you twice a year at least to clean your teeth. And again, why is it important to have your teeth cleaned by a dentist? You cannot get to all of the crud that builds up because of the saliva glands. Those cleanings are priceless. It's something you need to do. And that's all I've got to talk about on halitosis.